What happens when you go to Buffalo Trace 5 days in a row? You get this many bracelets. Okay, it is Monday. It's 7:17 a.m. I had to wait until we got a little bit of sun here to start filming. But we've been going since 6:50. It's my buddy Kevin. He's a Patreon member. He's one of our Inner Circle members and a longtime friend of mine. We're going to Buffalo Trace today because they've got what? What are we getting? Stag. Oh, I had this idea for a while.
You have. We talked about it for a while.
Yeah.
And then
something came up. Our buddy Kyle saw this thing posted from Buffalo Trace. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, where they actually let people know in advance what was going to be dropping because something special was going to be dropping.
A scheduled drop from Buffalo Trace.
By the way, this episode not sponsored by anyone, but it is brought to you by those who support us on our Patreon and also buy merch through our website, Whisky Ambitions. More on that in the middle of the episode. So I sent this screenshot to him, and he was like, "Well, he loves Stag." He was like, "What do we do? Are we going? Are we going Monday?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'll go with you Monday." And then I thought, well, if I'm going to go Monday, why don't I just use this week to go to Buffalo Trace Gift Shop every day, Monday through Friday? And that's exactly what I did. Oh. There's some traffic here. I told you we should have got here earlier.
Yeah. You told me. Sorry, my bad.
He was like, let's get there at 7. I'm like, oh man, come on. Isn't 7:30 good? So it is 8:34. Still in the car, and Buffalo Trace has put out a statement that says, parking is currently full. Please consider visiting this afternoon. Stag bottles are limited and will sell out to guests currently in line. Now the question is, are we in line? We are on the campus. We're in a car. We're not in a physical line. I think the line is snaked. You heard it is snaked all the way and is full.
Yeah, it's right. 10 snakes when we got here.
10 snakes, yeah.
This is a line though.
We are in a line. When we're actually able to get in line, it was fully snaked. They have these partitions, well, not really partitions, they're just lines painted on the parking lot. 9 of them, and we did not get Stag Junior. Apparently, by looking online, people who were there at 7 a.m. were the last ones to get it. So that one's on me. Apparently, that 30 minutes was the difference between getting the Stag and not.
Yeah, that's how that works.
So folks, if you have a Stag, I have a friend that I need to get a bottle to. So contact me and let me know how I can get this Stag for him.
Did you promise him a Stag for going with you?
I did not.
It sounds like you did.
I did not.
This is called guilt. And how does that make you feel?
Guilty.
I'll interject and tell you about a time that I went to Heaven Hill.
Please.
So I was doing a pick at Barton 1792 back when I worked at a large liquor retailer here in Kentucky. And I got blocked in by a truck because that, 1792, it's just
not really made for visitors.
No, there's a grain truck behind me, and it's got the tester, the thing going on. So I was like, I'll sit here and pay my bills. Truck moves. Had I left immediately as I got in my car, drove to Heaven Hill like I had planned on, they were putting out the Old Fit 16 year.
Oh.
They put out 45 bottles. I was 46th in line.
Oh, you hate that.
So the timing does matter.
Last time I was in a line this long, I was waiting for a ride. A roller coaster.
If you're looking for Stag, it is sold out today. There is still Blands and Taylor on the shelf.
You went to get your hat, but Buffalo Trace employee came out and said, if you're here for Stag, it is now sold out.
I wasn't getting my hat. I actually went in to get a bottle real quick.
Yo, did you? How'd that go?
It didn't work out.
Oh, that's too bad. So Stag was gone. They had one, I think I would call it a 6-foot table, end to end, edge to edge with Stag, but that was it. Maybe 300 bottles.
Well, they did a follow-up post.
They did
that morning saying if you were not here and already inside, waiting in line, you will not get a bottle.
Correct.
That is it. I seen on Reddit, one guy was talking about how he brought 6 family members with him, got 6 bottles. So you take into account 300 bottles. It doesn't take too many people to kind of flush that out.
Does not. But they had E.H. Taylor and blends. So this was the purchase for the day, and my receipt is in here. So I gotta stand in another line. I paid $74.99 for this Blanton's, and I paid $59.99 for the E.H. Taylor.
So in Kentucky, the distilleries actually have to ship to distributor and then buy it back and then pay the tax and this, that, and the other. Now they can. There's a change in the codes where they can literally just keep the product on site, file some paperwork around, and there might be like a 3 or 4% extra tax.
Now I want to talk about this group on Facebook that my buddy Kevin turned me on to called "What Does Buffalo Trace Have Today?"
Can't believe you've never heard of this.
Well, I'd heard of it. He'd mentioned it before, but I don't go on Facebook. I try my hardest not to.
I don't have Facebook.
I was like, for this episode, I'll ask to join this Facebook group. The group has like almost 100,000 people in it. And
crazy. People
nicely will post when they are at Buffalo Trace to let other people know what they've got. So Monday, someone posted, still in line, Stag is sold out, 9:34 a.m. All right, day 2, solo, driving this time, and let's see what they got. I was really hoping that if they had this 4 days of special releases, that they would toss another something special out somewhere in the week. Did it happen? Well, keep watching.
Do they have any
find out.
wacky waving inflatable R-Flying Tube Man out there?
They don't, but the only place I've seen outside of a distillery to have portable bathrooms. They've got those nice
like the trailer kind?
Nice trailer
Ooh,
kind
those
of bathrooms there, because they know people are gonna be waiting in line for hours, and sometimes when you gotta go, right?
And so, don't do it in line.
Don't do it in line unless you have a Stadium Pal on you or whatever it's called, Stadium Buddy, I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I was really hoping that they would continue it on with, here's an unadvertised special release. Did not happen. Tuesday was Eagle Rare. They also had Blanton's again, but I already bought my Blanton's. I didn't want to get another one, so I did not get another one. Here's the thing about that. They used to have what's called jail,
where you could only buy one allocated bottle, like a Taylor or a Blanton's or an Eagle Rare, once every 3 months, 90 days, whatever is the shortest term there.
Yeah, because when you go there, they enter in your driver's license, they issue you a wristband. That wristband gets scanned at the counter, and if it was an item was still in jail, it would flag you and say, hey, you bought one within the last 3 months, you can't be buying this. And that was to deter flipping. Now, from my understanding, nothing's in jail.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they've dropped Daniel Weller and like Weller Millennium. It's like one in a lifetime buy. You can they scan your license, you'll never be able to buy one of those again. Or whenever they dropped a bunch of Thomas Handy, and then they threw out some like Double Eagle. Those were on like a 12-month. Like you can't buy one of these bottles for 12 months. Which if you're able to buy more than one bottle of Double Eagle very rare in a year, then more power to you.
Exactly.
I don't know why
I can afford it. So I got an Eagle Rare 10-year. Would love for it to be a 12, but didn't see any of those. And they had also filled their 9 millionth barrel, so I got this free poker chip that has the 9 millionth barrel of Buffalo Trace on both sides. So that was a freebie, and pretty cool. Yeah.
It's almost like slammer heavy, you know?
Almost, yeah.
Almost, not quite.
Exactly. $42.99 was the price before tax for this guy. We were talking earlier before this, around here in Lexington, it'd be a good store if it's for sale for $70.
Yeah.
More likely for $80, and you'll still have some stores that are trying to get $90 out of it.
Different from the Taylor, which sells for around $60 to $70. Eagle Rare, I think because it's age stated, sells for more. So.
Yeah, but it costs less retail, which is interesting.
Yep.
Well, I just ran into a nice gentleman. His name is Kevin. He's here for a barrel pick today. Won it from the Nashville Whiskey Festival. I believe I'm getting all these things right. My memory's not that great. But yeah, he's here to do a barrel pick. I asked if I could cut in and join it. He said it's not his barrel pick to decide that, so womp womp. Day 3. It's Wednesday, and I got a bit of the hump day, driving to Buffalo Trace every day for 5 days straight blues. And doing it for you guys, doing it for science, research, and content. Content is king. So here we go, day 3. Well, we should tell people it's about 45 minutes.
One way.
About a 45-minute drive one way
and then,
from where we are.
Right, and then the waiting in line. Like, when this idea was proposed to me, because we had talked about this, like, a year ago? And I was basically like, it needs to be when I have PTO. and I can take time off work because I don't want to go do that in the morning and then go work.
Right.
There are people who do that. I don't want to do that.
Well, my thing was I want to get there pretty much as close to 9 as I can. I got there a few days, maybe like 10. I think 15 minutes was the earliest before 9 o'clock that I got there.
Well, no wonder you didn't get anything, Chad. I mean, the guys who are waiting there at 1 a.m., they're the guys who deserve it. They put the hours in. They put the effort in.
Imagine if you get there at 1 a.m. and they just have the regular offerings. Nothing special.
That's a sacrifice I am not willing to make.
Right, exactly. Wednesday was again E.H. Taylor and Blanton's. Blanton's 3 days in a row. Did not get another Blanton's. I did get another E.H. Taylor because, you know, this used to be what I called one of my favorite bourbons. And I've got some squirreled away from like, you know, 2016, 2017, but I really don't have a lot of modern day ones. And then I went around and that day I was like, well, I'm gonna try, you know, they had Traveler, and I hadn't had Traveler since we reviewed it. Morning.
Good morning. Would you like to try some whiskey this morning? Some Travelers.
Okay.
Have you had it before?
I've had it before, yeah.
Nice candy wristband.
Sure.
Try some and some ginger ale.
So I had some Traveler, and then I got some of the bourbon cream, and I was like, I'm gonna hit all the little things around. And I got to try Freddy's ginger ale.
Yeah, man.
Which I'm not a root beer fan.
What?
But ginger ale, I do enjoy. So I picked up, this is my first 6-pack of Freddy's ginger ale, which is really good. Oh, I do want to talk about, and I should have mentioned already, their tasting bar, which is free. Most of their tours are free. The tasting bar is free. And the Tuesday after that Monday when Stag dropped, they did have Stag on the tasting bar. So, you know, that's cool. And the Monday, which, you know, I was having that guilt of having my buddy Kevin go there and him not getting a Stag, they did have Elmer T. Lee on the tasting bar upstairs for free, and he had never tasted Elmer T. Lee, so at least he got a free taste of Elmer. So
that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've only been once since they went through that whole gift shop. That's a lie. I've been twice since I did that whole gift shop renovation.
Oh, here's another thing on Wednesday. They have these for $2.50. It's a little medallion. It says Frankfort, Kentucky, Buffalo Trace Distillery 2025. You can hang it on a bottle. I use them as ornaments.
I was going to say, it looks like a Christmas tree ornament.
Right, that's exactly what I do with it. So I think I have a 24, so now I have a 25, just put it on the Christmas tree. So you already know the Taylor small batch was $59.99, the ginger ale 6-pack was $7.50, and this little guy was $2.50.
Oh, wow. I expected this to be like $30.
Right. Day 4, Thursday. If I had to predict, I would say there's going to be Weller Special Reserve there today. We haven't seen that so far this week, so expecting that. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Blanton's is there again. I'm going to be getting there about 15 minutes early, and that's because I just want to get in and out as fast as I can today because I'm actually filming with Chad Watson when I get back. Hoping to get in that first queue of the line, which I estimate is about 30 people. So we'll see. Do you recognize anyone in that picture? Where's Waldo?
Oh, look. There he is.
There I am. There's
There he is.
proof from an outside source that I was there standing in line. Thursday, I think this was Thursday because it was a longer line than I was expecting. All right, there must be something good being released today. I don't know. The closer you get to the weekend, the more, that's like 2 or 3 snakes, right? Mm-hmm. On there. And I was like, okay, maybe this is a good sign. Maybe these people know something that I don't know. Because honestly, I was really trying to go in as blind as possible. Just like a normal person in Kentucky, no connections, just going to the
Visiting,
gift shop.
just hitting it up and
So
seeing what they got.
I was really hoping that they would have something big, and did they? Well, you'll find out after we tell you about our home on the internet. I mentioned this earlier. It's whiskyambitions.com. It's one of the best ways to support us, and it's also where you can get the t-shirt that I'm wearing, the t-shirt that you're wearing, Chad. The shirt that I'm wearing, now back in stock. We did a big restock on shirts, so if you've been looking for this one in your size and it's been out, go there and check on it again. That's where you can get glasses that we're drinking from, all of our glassware, sweaters, hoodies.
It is coming fall.
It is, yeah. Lots of t-shirts, challenge coins. talking about coins, we have our own challenge coins there. Bottle cut candles and more always coming soon. That's whiskyambitions.com.
And for as little as $1 a month, you can join us on Patreon, patreon.com/itsbourbonnight, where you get discount codes on our merch that Chad just mentioned. You can join us on Barrel Picks, get first dibs on Barrel Picks, and we have a lot of awesome barrel picks coming out.
Yes,
so
we do.
Keep an eye on that Patreon page for barrel picks. We pull from Patreon for Message in a Bourbon Bottle. So submit your questions there. Anything and everything you want to ask. Those episodes are fun. It's unfiltered, and we try to give as much facts and honest opinions as we can. And so much more. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up, so keep an eye on that Patreon page. Once again, it's patreon.com/itsbourbonnight.
Okay, we're going to get back to the episode, but before we do that, we're going to take a little break. We'll see you after this. All right, we're on Thursday. I thought maybe this longer line means there was going to be something special, and like, I don't know. For me, something special would be
The fact that you were there made them feel special.
oh,
That's
right.
it. It's more a gift for them.
Let's
than
get
it is
that
for
right.
you.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Oh, absolutely. No, there was a couple of really nice employees there who said they watched our point counterpoint video, and they were complimenting me on taking their defense. They were saying really bad things about you. No, I'm kidding.
You know
I'm
Let's do
kidding.
another one. I'll do it with the gift shop employees. I ain't never scared.
A real good group of people there. So again, something special for me would be like an Elmer T. Lee or Rock Hill Farms, or even I don't even know if they're allowed to sell their own Hancock's Presidential Reserve, because Liquor Barn has
Only Liquor Barn.
only Liquor Barn in the state of Kentucky can sell that expression.
Well, they have. So they have refiled a TTB filing, which maybe it was just an updating for like wording on the label or something, for Hancock's. So I know outside of Kentucky, most people see that Total Wine as a yellow label spirits direct. It is not a Total Wine product or anything. It is a Sazerac product. It's not mentioned on the website, but it's a Mashville 288.9 proof.
Yeah, I think
product.
so. Mm-hmm.
And so maybe we will start seeing more of those.
Maybe.
I don't know. I always
Maybe.
liked it. So
Yeah, but that's what I would. Of course, obviously, Stag. They're like, here's a few more Stags, or what? Or
just for you, Chad.
Well,
just because you're
whatever.
here 4 days in a row, you think
honestly,
you deserve this.
honestly, Sazerac 100 proof. That would have been like for me a win.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Like yeah, man, if they would have had that,
because I haven't.
or
seen...
were you even looking for it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sure. They have plenty of Sazerac 90 proof, plenty of Buffalo Trace. I think this was one of the days where they finally didn't have Blanton's. But
After 4 days, the gift shop's like, we finally sold it all.
we finally got rid of it.
Remember back during the pandemic when you could order online for drops?
Yeah.
I did that twice.
So it was Eagle Rare again. I got another bottle. We'll do something probably blind with
We're
this.
gonna open all the bottles he got that week and see how different they taste.
Yeah, exactly.
Every one of them.
All right, here we are, day 5. It's Friday, last one. What am I expecting today? I'm expecting Weller Special Reserve, because it hasn't been out all week. I wouldn't be surprised if Blanton's is back, because it's been there so much this week. Will there be something special? Man, I hope so. That would make a great end to an episode, right? But life doesn't always go that way, so we'll see. You can see here from, again, What Does Buffalo Trace Have Today Facebook group.
Are you in this one?
No, because that's 8:15 a.m. I was not there yet. But
The person's finger.
The person's finger is in there. The second snake is forming, so they'll let you know like how backed up it's getting. Now, when I got there, it was about 8:45.
Holy
So this is when I parked, and that was the line on Friday.
I just like, okay, so I've only ever gone to Buffalo Trace once and waited in line, and this is back during the old gift shop days. And they're supposed to have been dropping Stag Jr. That was the rumor that had been going around. This is before they ever did the Facebook group and all that stuff. But that was just kind of like the word on the street was like, hey, R&DC is da-da-da-da-da-da. So I went up and I met a guy at like 6:30 a.m. What's cool about it is what you used, I don't know if you can now, you used to be able to just walk around Buffalo Trace anywhere and everywhere. Like, so I went up there with my camera and we were like, well, we'll walk around, and he and I both were like, we'll just take some pictures. And
No, you got to queue up now.
And we were going, short of being like, do not enter big red X or something, you could walk everywhere that wasn't inside a building. So we just went up there and shot some stuff on the water and took some photos, and went across the street to the gas station that used to be there and served breakfast, and then came back, and guess what they had? Just candles.
No
No bourbon.
Bourbon
no,
at all?
It's bourbon cream.
Whoa.
They said their truck got delayed by a day, so we'd have to come back the next day. And I was like, So
Wow.
that's been several years ago.
Nope. No. Sorry. Well, I walked up and I asked one of the employees what they had. Blanton's and Weller Special Reserve. So I was right about that. It finally came true, the Weller. And I don't need any more Weller Special Reserve. And I've already turned down Blanton's in the past few days. So I said, I'd love to have gotten that bracelet just for the cut of taking off 5 bracelets, but I was like, it's not worth it, and I've got things that I can be editing, so I turned around and I drove straight back home. So I did officially go there 5 days in a row, but I did not make it into the gift shop 5 days in a row.
Quitter.
I am, but look at that line. That's almost as long as it was Monday when we got here, an hour and a half before they opened. It's 9 o'clock right now. When I walked over to the line, it was about 5 till. Well, look, at 11:30 a.m.
Still 2.5.
Still 2.5 snakes.
Morning. Is this normal for a Friday? Yeah.
In October, yes.
In October? Okay.
Yeah, because Keeneland just opened up today.
Oh, that's right.
So everybody has to get a little bourbon while they bet on their horses, fun stuff.
Keeneland's insane. So if you don't know, Keeneland is our local
fall meat horse
horse track.
Yeah.
That's the word. They meet from like October 2nd through pretty much.
I think it's the first October to the first Saturday.
The first October?
Yeah,
first
Blue
Friday.
October. The first Friday in October through the first weekend in November.
Yeah, it's like October 3rd to doesn't matter. But anyway, people come in to go to the races at Keeneland, and they come in from out of state. And they're like, what can we do? Well, let's go get some of that sweet Buffalo Trace.
A lot of guys wearing pastel plaid button downs and pullovers.
Yeah. So that October, not the best time to try to go to Buffalo Trace gift shop, I guess.
Probably would have been a good time a year ago. Well, actually, you know what? A year ago would have been a terrible time because we could have gone there once and got stuff, and that was it. So when this idea first popped up,
because of jail.
Yeah.
So what do you think in the last few minutes we have here about there being no more bottle jail?
It's good. I mean, that means that they think that their secondary value is dying, and that
supply is
catching up. So I mean,
which would cause secondary to go down. Yeah.
Right. So I think that's good for the everyday consumer, the average consumer, the person who doesn't want to hunt. I mean, I could either pay $80 for an Eagle Rare, or if I'm going towards Frankfurt or in that direction, I could go get one for $42.99. And that's awesome because it seems like they had that and Taylor pretty much every day of the week, and Blanton's several days of the week. So
it seemed like they had Taylor more than Eagle Rare. I think they had it one more day than Eagle Rare.
I mean,
but Blanton's, 4 out of the 5 days.
So I've said this before. I did a pick in like 2020, and they said by 2030 they hope to have the whole core lineup every day on the shelf all the time, and in as many markets as they can get it in. So that's 5 more years. That's Blanton's, Taylor, Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, Ancient Age of the various types, the benchmarks of various types, Sazerac. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, there we go. I hope you appreciate the 45-minute one-way trip that I did for 5 days in a row. That's all for you.
For you guys. What do you think? Was it stupid to do it the week of a 4-day special release leading up to it? Or I don't know. What do you think? Let us know down in the comments below. But that's where we're going to leave it. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here. Hope to see you over there in one of those. And until next time,
drink more Buffalo
bourbon.
Trace.